Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Awesome Finds, a series where I show you my recent vinyl pickups. And kicking things off, we have a brand new release from Steve Miller Band. This is a live album originally recorded in 1977. Now this just came out, it's a 2021 release, and this comes from recently discovered multi-track tapes from this concert, and it's incredible. It sounds so very good, and I'm not one to... I don't necessarily enjoy most live albums, primarily because it doesn't sound that great, and I have to be a real fan of the band to enjoy, say, a different version of a recorded classic. But in this case, it is one of the few exceptions, because I thought the track placement, overall running order, the energy, the enthusiasm, the quality, everything is just firing on all cylinders. It's nearly flawless. What I also love about it is that the crowd noise is not overpowering. Sometimes that really bothers me, but the crowd, it almost comes up like on a separate track. Now these did come in polylined paper sleeves. Here is record 1, side 1. There's side 2, and we have side 3, and there's side 4. I want to thank Universal Music Group for sending me this release. I really enjoyed it. It really is like a best of compilation. It's very well curated, great set list. If you're a fan of Steve Miller Band, you gotta check it out. Up next, I have Wax Tailor with his 2021 release, The Shadow of Their Sons. So I've been a fan of Wax Tailor for almost 15 years now. And one thing about his style, his music, is that he's incredibly consistent. So if you've ever heard one of his songs, you know what you're in for. And this record in particular, it does sort of at times touch on the pandemic, but I think what it does so well is that it's a complete story, and it takes you on a journey. And what he does so well is masterfully weave vintage, retro-sounding dialogue and guest musicians. There are quite a few on here. I love his ability to sample in that sense. He is very much... I don't think samplist is the right word. In fact, you know what? Let me play you a song. This is my favorite one. It's called Keep It Movin', featuring D Smoke. And you'll get a sense of what I mean.
Can't stop, I won't stop. From Inglewood to Bangkok, I'm on top. They try to slow me down, but that really ain't my style. You can't stop my growth. We keep it moving.
So here is record 1, side A. And there is side B. Now you'll notice a little bit of bubbling. This is actually from, it's a manufacturing error. I think it actually looks really cool, but this is from generally when there's two labels that get put on at the same time on accident, the top one sort of bubbles above the bottom one. Now I'm not gonna try to take this off, but if it really bothered you, you could probably remove it without much damage. I just don't want to risk it. I think it looks kind of cool, and it just gives back to the physical nature of this medium. And here is record 2. There's side C and side D. So yeah, you got a little taste of it, but overall, this is a very consistent record from start to finish. It really is an album experience. And it is chill, groovy, it's sonically rich with many different layers, but it's also gritty, dark, and at times somewhat hopeless. So it's an interesting mix of feelings, and I think this is another fantastic album by Wax Tailor, not to be missed. Be sure to check it out. Moving right along, we have the 2020 release by AC/DC titled Power Up. So this was a gift from a viewer of the channel, Scott, so thank you again for sending this my way, because otherwise I don't know if I would have been able to check this out on vinyl. That being said, I'm not the biggest fan of AC/DC in the world. However, I really appreciate their sound, their enthusiasm and their energy, and all of that comes through on this release. It's not surprising. They don't, you know, there's no new territory on here, but it's incredibly consistent, well made. It is a hard rockin' album. It's very fun to listen to. It's a gatefold on the back there, and it also came in a picture sleeve with credits, thank yous, and more photos on this side. Now this is the Walmart red vinyl edition, and I have it housed in Vinyl Storage Solutions clear plastic inner sleeve with a flap to keep all the dust out. But let's see, there is side A and there is side B. Also from Scott, I got the Weeknd After Hours from 2020. Chances are you already know this music, but in case you don't, this is sort of a modern take on 80s R&B synth pop. And if you know me, that is completely up my alley. This album, very, very good, incredibly good. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Now, it did come with some custom inner sleeves, and there is the sleeve for record 2. And I'll show you the records. So this is one of the limited edition colorways. I don't know where this came from. I will say though, as cool as these look, they are rather noisy. And I'm not the only one to pick up on this. They don't sound the best, unfortunately. And I'm not sure why. I might try cleaning it again, but I think it's just the clear vinyl. There's side 2 there. And here is the second record, side A and side B. So if you're in the market for a copy, I recommend picking up the black vinyl edition. Avoid the clear splatter edition like I have. But other than that, I really enjoyed this album. So thank you, Scott, for sending this my way. So up next, I have the Ramones songbook as played by the Nutley Brass. This particular release is from 2021, but my understanding is that this originally came out in 1999. Yeah, it is the Ramones done in Muzak style. So if you can imagine being stuck in an elevator sometime in the late 70s, early 80s, and the Ramones came on, this would be it. So it's got a kitsch value to be sure. But I think the novelty wears off pretty quickly. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I really love the design, the layout. It's got a great little write-up telling you about the genesis of this record. It is on Modern Harmonic, which is a great reissue label. I really love the stuff that they put out. Because they take the time to put out goofy stuff like this. Here it is, side A. This is at 45 RPMs. And there is side B there. Modern Harmonic, you can tell they have a lot of fun at their job, and I always enjoy what they come out with, and I appreciate them sending this my way. If you're a fan of kitschy, sort of cocktail hour fun music and you like the Ramones, I mean, who doesn't like the Ramones? But I think you'll really get a kick out of this. Be sure to check it out. And last up, we have a record that is near and dear to my heart. This is Ren Stimpy, You Idiot. And this is the 2020 pressing put out by Enjoy the Tunes Records and Enjoy the Ride Records, as well as Nickelodeon. So yeah, I want to say this originally came out 93, 94, and I had the CD as a kid and I played the heck out of it. And so this was such a fun blast from the past. It's the first time it's been available on vinyl, and it sounds so good. And I think that's a testament to the musicians that they have on here. The guitar tone is so good on here. There were several different colorways available, all at different limited editions. I picked up the Nickelodeon Splatter edition because I just thought it looked the coolest, in my opinion. I love this, this just orange splatter, green, white. And there is side B. Love these labels. This makes my inner kid just, I don't know, scream with joy. I'm having happy, joy in my head right now. But yeah, that will do it for today, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out and let me know what you think of these releases. If you're thinking about picking up any of these, do consider ordering through my affiliate links that are linked up in the corner here or down in the description below. They will link to independent record stores. So not only will you be supporting the channel, but you will be supporting an independent retailer. I earn a very small commission, so really most of the money is going towards them. And if you're gonna buy online, you might as well buy from an independent. All right, everybody, thank you again for watching. I'm your Vinyl Geek, and I'll catch you on the flip side.